I mean, this is the boy who was selling Akpeteshie in Kolegono just to make ends meet, to pay for his school fees. Fast forward to 40 years on earth. You have a private jet worth over $15 million. When you sleep, what goes to your mind?
Ghanaian entrepreneur, your friend is Richard Ni Amakwe, who happens to be the board chairman of Bill's Microcredit, and formerly a friend is Quick Credit. No, yeah. Obe posti, private jet, media no so, and obe posti Bugatti by Bugatti na 6 days ago we can be posti ye. Na posti ye, then you media no so, ubia kan ho asem. Wa ma mekasa, no the birthday too, just said the birthday 21st of March. Inti any obe showcase bibi nso. After 3 days ago, ye nyina ye te ho sa, ye hu yan se wa ba be posti private jet. Media no so achese eno so nkofo kan ho asem na we busa se na he no nya ne sika e de kwoto private jet he no nya ne sika e de kwoto Bugatti. Na eno hu nchechemu no ne bolare atwetwe nkoma wo de nchechemu ni nyina aba abonten eno na me nso me di full details no bro. I GhPage o product you person advertise ya but modern aso be fire number na the screen so no na ne GhPage mpanyifo edi nkomo na ehye bia wo ho no omo ne aka na wo media no so a private jet no ho asem na omo kan more because we dey ka be post e Bugatti na ma ya kan ho asem a now oba be kirem de ntia kwan a ofa so enya ne sika now won nchechemu no se ono no oso anana so ya abofra no na one ne maame enete ne papa even though one ne papa tena kakra but ne papa Ephraim nti ne maame na aye ne motivation na afen so no ono so no edu sometime bia wote ho a o feel some spirit around him the spirit ne eye ono ankasa ne mu achemienu the good side and then the bad side. Now the good side na ebeka che ne say on set up like onyere ne ho nya adwuma obetimi make it big in life. Now the other side no so try say obet twinaba from yes or dragging it down but otie the good side no and na we yere no say no. He has to make something for himself because you know what is a life begins at 40 but on himself obetimi aya manabro so. Now 30 years no two kwans or kwabruchi akwakusua de kakra. Now akwakusua de no miti this lecturer friend say Michael main waring yeah or an lecturer no che na de. Now was lecturer one day lecturer no catch and say no ohun bibi woni mu ntin kale yamfa lecturer no Ghana or a prophet our shem come to a Richard Abrabo so catch and say ohun something in him ohun kwa say obetimi ato private jet ohun something big in him nti on the osua de kra wie wo UK ho a anka man nsa UK ho ombra Ghana no mebobra enyo me farmer no say wow and otie esa na lecturer your friend say Michael no hu say na enyo ma betimi afa man de a say sa na lecturer ne kan de na ovi monimu a obeba Ghana na je say oba be adwuma den now no to Akpeteshie yes ho eni hia me pa wo say no to Akpeteshie e wa kra oto Akpeteshie nti Akpeteshie ni mu no na afezo anya no nkwampo afi no otimi san ohuru nkukuom a day otimi ohuru dishes makoma ko 5000 enya me na meka me pa tue bekwa koti na ba na before e bekwa koti na ba no otwa herbal powder esmen kan cho so wo waist pains yes and as a pulse meka as a pulse akoku waist pains enso yesisi yare o de sa powder yi ebegu nsum na wa hono no sa ai na wanum na afi wanom onoma waist pain o pulse na wo no koku esisi wo tu esisi wo kon achi esisi wo kom ni nyina ebetete agu ni nyina enso ebekọ osisi yare ni nyina ebe hilisi kama omo namba na ene the screen so ntu betimi afre otwa herbal powder na no omo edi nkomo na senia obesi anom no na so befa aduro no omo achiro afre so mepa acho onyema untimi ennom sa aduro yi bi timisre wa ahye nso ye efoma menti for omo namba no then otwa herbal powder eni nkomo na de wo no nso no omo so ne wonka yenko tie eye Richard ni Amakwe embracesia about the life story awoni bolare eba be share
right after secondary school I had to even sell local gin.
Oh, you've done that before, Richard?
Yeah, Accra, Jamestown. There's a place called Akutolante Agbado.
You used to sell gin, the local gin.
Yes. When you go to Akutolante Agbado.
But you were not even 18. That was not even allowed, but you were doing it just to survive.
I have to survive. And so I was selling that in the evening. I was selling beer.
I still going to school.
Yeah. And then at that time I was at then IPS, now UPS, IPS. So I had to do this to be able to support myself because my mother couldn't afford my education fee at the time. So I must do something to support myself. So I was selling alcohol over there, saving money to pay for my school fees.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. And I had to do all of that. And the hunger was there very early. Okay. So I had to do that. Going to school at UPSA in the evening, come and sell alcohol, and had to save money. When I was doing ACCA.
Wow.
I was doing ACCA, which is the Association of Chartered Certified Accountants. So I'm an accountant by profession.
You are a chartered accountant?
By profession.
Wow.
Okay, I did the ACCA.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I had to leave at the final. When I got to the final level, I had saved some money from selling the alcohol. I had to pay for my tuition fee in UK. And I left. I applied for visa, and fortunately, I had admission.
So you left Ghana then all in the name to struggle and make ends meet.
Yes, and I left. I think age 22. At age 22, I had taken myself to the UK, not someone taking me to the UK.
You saved enough money to.
Yes, and I applied for visa myself.
Let's stay on that, because that's the first challenge, navigating it. How were you able to do? Because for many business people, that is a major challenge. Planning, coordinating, budgeting your time. Yeah. And you did that even before age 22 to know that let me do this and save some money to get myself out of this hardship. How did you do it?
You know, you have to understand that you have to start early. Okay, I think that one of the things that many of the young people in our country and on our continent must understand is that we must start early, because it takes time to build big things, and you cannot at this stage. You are allowed to make mistakes. You can make mistakes. You can do try and error at a very early age, but at a certain age, you should not be doing try and error anymore. So you need to start early. And so my mother, like I said, was pushing me. You see, so I had to go to the UK. I was doing full-time schooling there. I was working. I was doing 2 jobs to support my education there, pay my
What kind of job were you doing?
So I was working at Tesco. Oh. So I was filling the aisle in the evening when shoppers are done. Then I come to work in the evening after school. And then, when you go to the shop, you will see that everything is packed on the aisle nicely. We come to work in the evening to come and carry the things from the warehouse.
So that shoppers can shop.
So that shoppers can shop. I did that. And then I also worked in City Inn Hotel. So it's a very big hotel in central London. And I was washing dishes. So I was a kitchen porter.
Really?
Yes. At the City Inn Hotel, I was washing.
You know
something?
Yeah.
I wash as many as about 5,000 dishes a day.
You don't need it.
Yeah, it's a very big hotel. That's confidently that 10 years ago, I could afford anything that the world is selling. 10 years ago. Anything.
10 years ago.
I could afford anything that is on sale in this
world. But now you can.
But I never did.
Really?
I never did. 10 years ago, I never did.
So 10 years ago, you could have bought a Rolls Royce.
I could have bought a Rolls Royce. I could buy a private jet. I could buy.
10 years ago when you were 30.
When I was 30.
You could have bought a private jet.
Anything that was on sale, I could
Private jet that was going for maybe $20 million.
I could buy anything that was on sale.
But you didn't.
I never did.
Why?
Because when you have a plan that is working, you have to stick to the plan and allow the plan to work. Because you see, there is this compound effect element of money. When money is growing, at a stage, it begins to grow abnormally. And you see, your money can also be another business. Our money can work for us. You see, when you work with your energy to make money, there is limit to how much you can do. Because you are human. A day you have only 24 hours. You also get tired. So there's limit to what your energy can do for you, or as a person you can do. But your money has no limit to how much it can make for you. At
30, you could have afforded, anything in this world.
I wanted to wait.
You wanted to wait till 40. So at 40, have you bought that private jet? And there's a question we're putting to you.
Yes, I have.
You have?
Yes.
At what? $50 million?
I have bought a Gulfstream.
You have bought a Gulfstream.
Yeah.
And that ranges for my checks. That is, it depends between 20 million and 100 million US dollars.
All I need is a Gulfstream. I need a private jet.
Which type of Gulfstream? What is it?
So it's a G200.
A
G200.
What is the seater like?
It's a 9-seater private jet.
9-seater private jet.
Yeah.
A Gulfstream.
A Gulfstream. Yeah.
Oh, you're a big man, and God has done well. This is the boy who was selling Akpeteshie in Kolegono just to make ends meet, to pay for his school fees.
Yeah.
Fast forward to 40 years on earth.
Yeah.
You have a private jet worth over $15 million. When you sleep, what goes through your mind?
When I was 30, I set some goals for myself. I told myself that, I'm somebody who always talk to myself. People who are close to me will tell you that I'm always talking.
You speak to yourself. Is it in the mirror or when you're just alone?
When I'm alone in the mirror, whatever. I always believe that I'm 2 in 1. So I always talk and then I respond to myself and all of that. So I told myself when I was 30, let me see, one part of me was setting very big goals for myself for me to achieve at 40. I got scared. I was like, oh, but this is not achievable. This is not possible. Then the other me was like, no, it's possible. Achieve it. You can. Then the other me responded, so when I do, what do you give me? Then the other me was like, okay, if you do, then I'm going to get you this, get you that, get you that, and get you that. You know, so I'm like, okay, so if I do, you get me a private jet. Yeah. You get me a luxury car, fast car, the most expensive.
That must be a Bugatti.
Yes.
Have you bought it too?
I have a Bugatti.
You have a Bugatti. What is it? Is it a Veyron? Is it a Devo? Which one?
It's a Chiron Sport.
It's a Chiron Sport.
Yeah.
That should set you back like some $4 million.
Yeah.
And you have it right here.
Yeah.
On the soil of Ghana.
Yeah. That's some few toys for myself as I turn 40.
As you turn 40.
Yeah.
We'll talk about the 40th celebration and all of that. Now we're just getting the business wisdom and the commerce information and all of that. But yes, it's good to give and pamper yourself.
Yeah, you know, I can confidently tell you that my biggest fan, I admire myself so much.
I love this. You're one of the few people on planet Earth. I mean, maybe apart from me, that will say to yourself every day that I love myself and what I do.
I love myself so much. I admire myself so much. Wow. I'm super, super proud of myself, you know, because I know where I started.
That's right.
I know how far I've come. I know how difficult the journey has been. The trials, the tribulations, the challenges, the low moments, and all the sacrifices. I know how painful it has been over the period.
You need to reward yourself.
So sometimes you need to apply the brakes a little and then give yourself a treat.
And you know one thing I want you to do for me? What about that sweet woman in your life, your mother? As you turn 40, you got in yourself a private jet, a Bugatti. What is mom getting, Richard?
So
you know she's my sweetheart too.
So you know, mom, when I was young, she has her own dreams.
Right.
And she was telling me when I was a teenager that when you make money, I don't want you to give me your money to any woman. You have to look at me, your mother first, if you don't want me to get deadly on any woman, okay? You see the pain we are going through today. Wow. There's no woman right here with us.
Wow.
And so let me tell you what I want. Then my mother was like, she wants me to build a one-story building or a duplex house for her. She wants a 5-bedroom house. She wants an upper terrace where she can come and stand. In the morning, she'll come and stand on the terrace and watch all her neighbors and see what is happening around.
She told you that?
Yeah, she told me when I was a teenager. And she told me she wanted a house to be a white house. And she wants me to buy her a white car. And she doesn't want a saloon car. And she wants a 4-wheel drive. She wants a car that when she sits on it, when she sits in it, she will be like she's up. And this is a poor woman talking. Let me say that.
At the time.
And a woman struggling to pay electricity bills, and take. But this is what she was telling me.
Audacious goals, great dreams.
Audacious, great. And she was telling me this as a young man.
Wow.
And so when I started doing business and business started going well, she was my priority. She was my first priority. I must fulfill my mother's dream for her
before yours,
so that I can concentrate on mine. Wow. So for my mother, I have fulfilled a dream for her years ago.
Exactly
what she told me.
You built her that White House.
That White House
is there.
Just as she told me when I was young. And you know what? She told me that she doesn't want that house in all of these new communities coming like.
She wants it in her neighborhood.
She said she wants it in the community that we are growing up. Mamprobi, Kolegono, Dansoman.
So it is there.
So that is exactly where I put it. I had to go and buy, you know, those places, there is no land.
Buy an estate, a house, and knock it down.
Buy an estate, knock it down, put her dream house for her.
At what age did you do that?
32 years, 33 years or so. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what are you getting her then?
My private jet is for myself and my mom.
Oh,
yes.
How sweet. Yeah. Sweet son indeed.
Yeah.
You are ready to take her around the world.
Yeah, she's really my inspiration. She inspires me a lot. My mother is also very proud of me.
How been Ghanaian youth? We dey mo amosempa, I'm asumu amote. Also ono no to Akpeteshie. Na afi nso no. No huru nkuku me day, otimi over 5,000 dishes. Enti ene youth no, ye nyina nso ye moa ye ho na jese. Adwumaden na oye Akpeteshie no koton ye na se, eno so na yenso ye beton, na yenso ato Bugatti. Ene private jet ni bia ye nyina nso ye moa ye ho na ye adwumaden. Na yenso ye nkonko tobi na se say the oman no. Emu ayedin. Anasboy enterprise esmen kan che se POP ho adwuma bia na fabra e fa bedan wo mo se wo dem ho ye mrambe ye soro no POP ne ye fa lighting system enhyem na blinking na enhyem ma ne dia omo ye expert e wo mtu POP ho adwuma bia fabra fa bedan Anasboy enterprise omo number na the screen so ntu betimi Anasboy enterprise atwetwe nkomo na de nhye bia wo ho na Anasboy enterprise anyway nka ebusu ha GhPage And my room for subscribe to your channel now if you want to hit the bell notification icon. Say by any updates be a baby. Also once I ebit me account there. Meeting any fresh P official. Bye bye.
Spices Naima. Hello. Mama spices are ebe mama aduane aye tasty, appetizing and delicious.
Spices day and no Remy spices. Or dinner Remy. Dependable.
Remy spices, Remy.
Hey, papa, what the Remy spices you aduane a? Ema aduane ye fine. Kai say Remy spices dey so who you so a. Emfa spices fufuro bia amfra. If we say Remy spices dey or dinner home. Flavors no so dey bebre. Chicken, goat, jollof, stew. Spices bia wo hwehwe no. Remy obi ho. Emfa waduane dey ento chacha. Perfect. Remy spices. Ema aduane ye dekeke. Kai say aduane bia ye dey spices ye dey. For Remy spices ye ni nyina.
Remy spices, Remy.
FDA, a J, Jodian Cratway atom.